Hey guys, so I just wanted to make a quick video. Sorry, I'm really short of breath. I just got done with the cardiologist and just got home. It was kind of nerve-wracking today. My heart rate's still really high. I'm still really short of breath, and even like when my heart rate comes down, like right now it's in the 90s, I'm still really short of breath. So yeah, the cardiologist was kind of not necessarily frustrated. He doesn't understand why my magnesium and potassium was low, which I don't understand why either. But right now that's not his big concern. He thinks hopefully that I should be able to get that up, especially eating a lot more foods high in mag and potassium. And I think he said for a couple days he wanted me to take magnesium, but he does not want me taking it long term, because he's afraid of what would happen if I take it long term. Apparently, he's more afraid that it's going to get too high, and that's low, so I don't know. But yeah, even in their office, my heart rate was in the 160s, 170s when I was standing. They did orthostatics, and it's one of my favorite nurses that did it. She used to work at the hospital, and now she switched over to the cardiologist's office, which is part of the hospital still, or now. But she knows my history, as well as anyone in that office does, because she's worked at the hospital for several years. And so, she took no chances. She made me lay down the entire time, especially when no one was in the room, since I about fell over on her, walking back to the room because my heart rate was so high and I was so short of breath. So, laying, my heart rate was like 100, which isn't bad. It was, well, maybe 100, 120. It was in that range. It kept doing this thing. But standing, I was up in the 160s. Even sitting up, I jumped up to the 130s. But I was not orthostatic, really. My BP only dropped maybe 10 points systolically and diastolically. They were both pretty much the same still, laying, sitting, and standing. It was just my heart rate was so fast. So, and I'm very short of breath, and my O2 stats were lower than they normally are. So that was a little concerning for her, because my O2 stats are usually, 98, 99, and they were like 94. But she could tell I was really short of breath. But Dr. Horties came in, and he had me lay down for a while, and he was listening like for 5 minutes straight with me laying down, which was kind of awkward. Because I was just kind of like staring at the ceiling. He wasn't talking or asking questions or anything, and he had me sit up, and my heart rate jumped again. And so he immediately went and started looking through my chart, which was really confusing, because I was just like, we've already went through my chart so many times. I mean, he didn't say anything to me, and he pulled out my echo, and he goes, well, it does say you have a PFO. So he is concerned that the hole in my heart is either getting bigger, or it was not, like, the angle that they got my first echo from in their office just wasn't good. So he was really concerned. He heard a very loud murmur on me, heart murmur, and I've never had a heart murmur. So that really concerned him. And so he wants me to get an echo, like, ASAP. He wanted me to get it in their office today, but they had no way to squeeze me in at all, and they couldn't squeeze me in at the hospital. So I go, right now I'm scheduled for next week at their office for the echo. He wanted it this week, but she had no way to squeeze me in this week. So next Wednesday I have to go and get another echo to see if the hole in my heart is getting bigger, or needs to be closed. He said that if the regular echo does not work, and he can't get a good enough picture, then I will have to have a transesophageal echo where they actually put a probe down your throat, kind of like an EEG or EGD, but they only go like partway to the stomach. They look through the esophagus at the heart, but you have to be sedated for that. And so that will be the next step if the echo is not telling enough. But he is concerned that my PFO is either getting bigger or really just needs to be closed. Especially with how short breath as I am, and my heart rates are so variable that he really thinks that could be the problem right now. And so that's where we're going from now. He didn't want to like treat the high heart rates right now because I do drop so bad. And he said, for the next, week and a half, 2 weeks, it'll be okay to keep my heart rate up a little bit, because he wanted to get this stuff done, and then we'll see from there, because he's not very comfortable either treating the high heart rates until we know better what's going on. I did walk away without a heart monitor. He did question whether or not I should be on one, but he decided not to, which I'm excited about. But yeah, lab work did show that my potassium and magnesium were low. He doesn't understand that, so whatever. But he doesn't think that that's necessarily what's actually making me short of breath and my heart rate increase. But we'll see. It really stinks. I'm really nervous. Especially since he was talking about like having to close it and everything. I was like, I don't want it. But at least it's not open heart surgery anymore. It used to be, and it's not now, so that's a plus. So yeah, hopefully next week I'll have more answers, if not this week. He really wanted it this week, so they said they might call me and switch my appointment if he absolutely has to have it this week. But we'll see. I'm really nervous. It's been a while since I had an echo. It's been since 2000. Well, the one in their office was in 2009, and then I had one in 2010 when I was in the hospital and down the mountain. But that didn't really show anything. My heart rate was so low that they didn't seem too concerned, other than how do we get your heart rate up. So my fingers are crossed that something good comes out of this echo. Because if it's completely normal, then I don't know. I think he'll be frustrated why I now have a murmur that freaked him out. Especially since he had never heard one on me, and no one had ever heard one on me, and now all of a sudden it's been a month since I saw him, and I have a really loud heart murmur. So that's how my appointment went. I'm supposed to take it easy, so we'll see what I get into. But I hope everyone is having a good day, and I will talk to y'all later.